Ever since I was a kid, I've always had this thought occur to me, and it's that the driveway in front of my house is connected to almost everything on this continent by an unbroken strip of road. Everything I've ever wanted to see, all connected by this thin layer of asphalt. From the Dalton Highway in the far north of Alaska, down to the Darien Gap at the southern end of Panama. From New York City to Venice Beach, the Rocky Mountains all the way to Yosemite. From Route 66 to Miami, all the way up to Chicago. Every big city, every national park, every sports stadium, all of it is all connected to my own driveway at home. I don't know what about that just gives me a sense of connectedness. So no matter how far away from home I am, I feel this sense of peace knowing that the road I'm on, if I want it to, will lead me right back home. Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to this video. That sequence you just saw is a combination of footage that I shot on my own and stock footage that I got from ArtGrid, which is the sponsor of today's video. So I just want to walk you guys through how I did that sequence and just kind of give you an in-depth look at my editing process. So to begin with, I started with the script. Whenever random thoughts come into my head for videos, I always just write them quickly down in my phone notes. And I have this giant library of potential videos that I want to do. I've had that one in there for quite a while and I've really wanted to do a video about it. So this was just the perfect opportunity to make it happen. So I fine-tuned the script a little bit and then I got started on the edit. For me, I usually like to get the audio / track in first before I start on the edit. So I know the exact timing and I can kind of pace my shots throughout the video and know at what parts I need different clips. So step one is recording the voiceover. I'm using a Blue Yeti USB mic for this. This thing is like $100 on Amazon and works super well. I use it for all of my voiceovers and everything, so I love it. And then to record the actual voiceover itself, I just use QuickTime Player, new audio recording, and then I just read off my notes app. Check. Ever since I was a kid, I've always had this thought occur to me.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Cool, so now that I have that, I am gonna find a track, and for that, I am using Artlist, which is ArtGrid's sister company, and they have a bunch of really good music. So I'm gonna come in here, find the track, then I'm gonna add it to the audio that I just recorded. And now I'm going to create a new project. It's going to be, I'm gonna edit it in 1080 and then switch it to 4K once I export it. That just makes the editing process a little bit smoother. Boom. Now I'm gonna take my audio that I just recorded, put that in, and then throw my audio track below it and kind of line everything up. Once the audio is all set, now it's time to finally get the footage. Like I said, this video is partially footage that I've already shot. So with the theme being about roads, I looked for shots of just like people walking on roads, drone shots of cars on roads, and just a bunch of footage like that of my own that fit the theme. But for such a narrative video, I didn't feel like I had enough footage just on my own, so that's where ArtGrid comes in. ArtGrid has a massive library of stock clips, and when you find one clip, it usually is part of a sequence, so when you find one clip that you like, you can usually find a bunch of other clips like it. Which is one of the reasons that I really like it. And the stock footage is top notch. I've used quite a few stock sites in the past, but the ability to download everything all the way from standard definition up to 4K, all the way up to log, is a game changer. And with ArtGrid, their pricing model is a monthly fee, so you can download as many clips as you want and you don't have to worry about licensing them individually like most stock sites. So I'm going to go to ArtGrid right now and I made a little list right here of clips that I need, so I'm gonna go in and just look for that footage. Cool, so actually on the home page there is a shot that is absolutely perfect, so I'm going to snag this one, and then there should be more along that sequence. So I'm gonna take one more of these clips, see if I can splice it in, go down a little further, and here we have even more roads. So ArtGrid does a really good job of grouping clips together. A snowy road, I'm just gonna get it for now. Person standing on the side of the road. But as you can see, you can download HD, Ultra HD, Ultra HD HQ, and even log, and that's for most of the clips. So I'm gonna look for more road clips. So there's 78 more clips like this. Looks like this was all shot in Iceland. Alright, we're getting off topic. There is no roads there, but there are a bunch of dope horses. Now what I'm going to do is look for footage from the cities that I mentioned in the script itself. So what do we got? We need jungle road. Road in jungle. Boom, instantly. It's like a really freaking sick clip of a road in a jungle. Alright, so the next shot that I couldn't possibly get is a planet Earth shot from space. Damn, the Mavic 3 footage is looking pretty damn good. And so now you guys kind of get the picture of how to find footage, but I'm just going to go through, do it myself, and get all these clips. So kid's eye, walking on road, and then all the different cities that I need for the voiceover. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, compile all of that into a folder. Now that I have all the footage I need, it's time to line it up into the timeline. Definitely make sure you have fast Wi-Fi to download all the clips because it is going to take so much time to download everything, especially if you're downloading it in 4K. It is going to explode your Wi-Fi. So definitely make sure you have a good solid Wi-Fi connection. Cool, now I'm just ordering everything, putting it all together, and just kind of putting like the faster clips in the faster parts, slower clips in the slower parts, and lining everything up according to the voiceover. Starting it slowly, and like I said, just building up, building up, building up, building up. Past that, I will check back with you guys once I'm a bit further along, and we can check out how it's going.
One eternity later.
Alright guys, so here's the current state of the timeline. As you can see, I started off with an FPV shot that I shot in Canyonlands a couple months ago. And the reason I did that is because I just like to start my videos kind of slow as far as like cuts go, but I just like to find really cool visual clips. So this clip definitely works for that. It just kind of draws people's attention in. Then I added a title, so I had someone on Fiverr do this title for me. I think it was like $15 if you're ever looking for titles and graphics and stuff. The only few gaps that I have are clips that I have to go film, but the rest of it was totally clips that I either had or clips that I got from ArtGrid. So if I tried to produce this on my own without stock footage, I would have had to do so much traveling, but I was able to find pretty much everything I needed. I am going to go film these last two clips, which is basically just me outside in the driveway, and I'm going to throw them in my timeline, and that is pretty much going to be it. I'm going to throw a color grade on there, and then it'll be pretty much wrapped. And that's about it. As soon as I'm done here, I'll play it one more time so you guys can check it out again. Again, massive shout out to ArtGrid for making this video possible. Like I said, I had this concept in my head for a really long time, and it's really, really cool to finally see it taking shape. If you guys want to check out ArtGrid, there's a link down in the description below. Check it out. It's a really, really solid service. I was using them long before they approached me about doing a sponsored video. So again, can't say enough good things about ArtGrid. And thank you guys for watching. I will see you on the next one. Ever since I was a kid, I've always had this thought occur to me, and it's that the driveway in front of my house is connected to almost everything on this continent by an unbroken strip of road. Everything I've ever wanted to see, all connected by this thin layer of asphalt. From the Dalton Highway in the far north of Alaska, down to the Darien Gap at the southern end of Panama. From New York City to Venice Beach, the Rocky Mountains all the way to Yosemite. From Route 66 to Miami, all the way up to Chicago. Every big city, every national park, every sports stadium, all of it is all connected to my own driveway at home. I don't know what about that just gives me a sense of connectedness. So no matter how far away from home I am, I feel this sense of peace knowing that the road I'm on, if I want it to, will lead me right back home.